Hello again, everybody, and welcome to episode 55 of the Board Game Nerds podcast. I'm your host, Nick, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Ulrich.
Hello, hello, hello.
How are you doing, Ulrich?
I am very good. I am excited about what's happening this week.
Yes, we are very close to Essen Spiel now, just a few days away, and we decided to record what we call the Essen Survival Guide. Some general tips and tricks, things to watch out for, things to do. Generally, this time of the year is very exciting for me, and I'm guessing Ulrich as well. So we want to share some of our insights. This is my third time visiting, and Ulrich, that's your
Going for the second time.
second time.
So it could be seen as a little bit of a what you'd be thinking about when you go there for the first time, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
We haven't been there like a million times, but we do have some advice to give.
Exactly. So, without further ado, we're not going to do the regular thing where we talk about a game in the beginning. We just want to keep it clean, short, and educational for you as much as we can. So, Ulrich, why don't you start? What is the first input you have to give?
First, I would like to talk about what you do before you go to Essen, which is find out where you're going to sleep. Obviously, people are very different.
Mhm.
I'm doing the same thing that I did last year. I'm staying at a hotel organized by a Danish board game cafe. This means it's just a local hotel in Essen. I am paying for it myself. They just made sure that 200 nerds from Copenhagen is living in the same hotel, which is really cool because then when you come home from the convention, you're really tired and it was a long day walking around the halls, and then there's like 100 people in the lobby playing all these new games, and you go, where did you get that? And even if it's not something that you are particularly interested in, it's still really cool to see. You found that little Japanese weird game, or so I'm really happy to be staying there again. Of course, you should know yourself and how your social batteries are working. The good thing about this is that I do have a hotel room that I can go to and chill because I do need that.
Yeah.
But I think if I was just going back to an Airbnb apartment and staying there, I would miss out on this whole social thing and all these nerds talking about games all night long.
Exactly. We didn't stay at the hotel last year, but we did end up getting there just to play, so it just made sense for us to also stay there this year, for sure.
Yeah, I'm really happy that they do it.
Yeah.
And to be honest, that's like 50% of the reason I'm going is to stay there and talk to all those guys.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, that means that if you are coming from a different country, then check around with your local game stores and local factors.
Yes.
Maybe they will organize something similar than what they're doing here in Denmark. So that's a good
Thank you for elaborating on my point that I forgot to say. Obviously, this.
Yeah.
I hope this also works in other countries, but
yeah, I think there is something similar for Greece at least. I think there's somebody doing it.
I would be surprised if it wasn't for most countries, right?
For sure. Before you go, I would like to just make sure that you actually book your tickets early. The system this year changed. We, of course, don't know how it'll be for years following, but now you can only purchase day tickets, while up to last year you could purchase like a bundle of 2 or 3 days. But for now, you can only buy day tickets. Saturday usually sells out first, and that's what happened this year. Saturday sold out 3 weeks ago, so around start of September, and Friday actually sold out last week. So keep that in mind, that Friday and Saturday are the two busiest days, so if they do sell tickets on one day, you probably will be good to take them early. If you somehow end up without a ticket, there are some last chance tickets sold there, especially for Sunday, but I would always recommend you get your tickets early just to be on the safe side.
Yes, tickets are good.
What else do we have?
Well, after you found out where you live and when you're going, you should probably also have something to eat, right?
Yeah.
This is all the boring stuff. We'll get to the board games later, but all of this prepares you to actually have a good time at the fair, right? We all love games, and we're going to look at those, but for me, in general, I always like to, in my everyday life, I usually don't eat a lot of breakfast, but when I'm going to the fair, I want to eat a big breakfast, so I'm energized to go for a while.
Yeah.
So even if you're not a breakfast girl, force yourself to have like a decent big meal, because there are pretty good snacks and food at the fair, both quality-wise and price-wise is okay. But of course, just around 11 to 1, there's going to be long lines, right?
Mm-hmm.
So fill up in the morning, or be okay with eating outside normal hours.
Of course, yeah. And you probably don't want to waste precious board game time waiting on those huge lines.
So if possible, I pack a little sandwich from the morning buffet, right? Some cheese and some bread. Just bring it with you. And then you can get by with just having like a walking snack somewhere.
Yeah, for sure.
To slice something in the fair.
Yeah.
Because we're there to do other things, but yeah. Sounds very basic, but like I said, you can have a bad time if you're going around with a grumpy stomach all day, right?
Yeah, snacking is very important for sure. Always try and carry a snack with you. Same goes for a water bottle. Probably a refillable one, probably a kind of large one. There are places to refill fountains and toilets, so don't worry about that. Just make sure to have one, because staying hydrated is pretty important. Trust me, it's going to be a long walk. You're going to be walking. I actually read that walking from one side of the fair to the other when it's fully packed could take you anywhere between 20 and 40 minutes. So it's a long walk, so keep that in mind. Always stay hydrated and properly snacked. Okie doke. I think, are we done with or we will have more? Oh, I have one thing to say, that there are not a lot of places to charge your phone. There are some, but the amount of people is going to be so big that you're not going to be able to always guarantee one. A power bank is probably an amazing idea to have it with you. You know, put it in your pocket, charge your phone, because you are going to need your phone. And the question is, why you're going to need the phone? My top recommendation would be to get the Essen Spiel app. There is an app that you can download that has all the holes or the publishers, map plan. I think it's not mandatory, but necessary for me. Because if you are like us and you're planning your route, and we'll talk about that later, you definitely need to have your app or the Spiel app with you, and your phone always charged.
For sure. Yeah, it's pretty cool. The app even has like a navigation feature. So you can say, I want to buy games A, B, C, and D. And then it will say, the fastest way for you to do that is to go here first to this booth, and then so especially for the first day, if you're trying to buy stuff that will be sold out, right? It's a good idea to like actually navigate your way through the whole.
For sure. Yeah.
All of the big companies have like huge banners in the roof, so it's very easy to see where CGE and Asmodee.
Exactly.
But if you're looking for something indie from a Korean thing, then you want to know where it is, right?
Exactly, and you should be looking out for those.
Yes, exactly. We'll get to that later. Sorry, I got it myself.
No, it's fine. Well, as you probably understood, we're going to be doing a lot of walking, and to do a lot of walking, you need some comfortable shoes.
Definitely.
So try and get your more comfortable shoes. Try and wear them before the fair so you are comfortable in them. Don't buy them last minute. Maybe that's good advice. But yeah, second pair. I brought a second pair last year. I didn't use it, so I don't know if that's.
I guess it depends how much you're walking on your everyday life, right? Because if you're only walking to the bus and around the office, then you might not know if your shoes will actually have a spot that will be sore after a day. So if possible, I think 2 pairs is good just to
be on the safe side.
Just to have different pairs that will, if there is a sore spot, it will be in a different place at least, right?
I agree. So
yeah, it's a lot of walking, and you kind of forget because you're so hyped for what you're doing. But at the end of the day, you're like, "Why am I so?"
Yeah, exactly.
Right, I probably walked like 10 kilometers today or something because back and forth. And
crazy.
And talking about walking, this next point is the educational part, as Nick said.
Love it.
Or the to say, we're gonna make the world a better place together, right? I call this crowd etiquette. It's like we're gonna be very many people there, and there's like walking streets in between all the booths. And if you meet your friend, please don't stop in the middle of an intersection of 2 paths. You might laugh, but people do that.
I know.
So every time you walk, please be aware of your surroundings. I am talking to myself as well. If there's a big line in front of a booth, try not. Sometimes the Germans are not the Germans, the people at the fair are not so good at deciding where the line goes, the queue to the booth. So sometimes it goes out into the middle of the walking street, and you can't do anything about that by yourself. But be aware, if you're standing in the middle of a street, if you're wearing a backpack, which you probably will. I will. I'm wearing like a carry-on size for an airplane. You shouldn't have something much bigger than that, because then when you turn around, you're gonna hit people. And
I think they banned some of the larger ones, so also be aware of that.
The classic board game square ones are not allowed. I don't know how strict they are, but there might be a polite German guy telling you,
please don't.
Please don't. Even with the smaller bag, always when you're turning around, look around you before you turn. It sounds stupid to say it, but
I took some hits last year.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember taking some hits. Yeah.
And maybe even like when you're in a car, instead of just turning, go to the side of the sidewalk and then cross it perpendicularly, right? It's, if everybody did that, it would be a lot easier to be there.
For sure.
Basically, all this comes down to common sense. Follow the flow of the traffic. If you want to stop and there's a million people, then wait a little while or take a smaller street in there or something. And I would recommend not being more than two or three people in a group together, because if you're like 10 people,
rough.
First of all, you're gonna make traffic jams, and it's gonna take forever for you to get through the halls.
Exactly.
I think I will even prefer. I'll probably most of the time together with Nick and Ayub. But at some point, I'll probably say, guys, see you in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Because if you're only one person, you can really scoot along and you can really go through the small holes and stuff.
Yeah.
Still, be polite and don't be an asshole, but it's a lot easier to go to 6 seconds and out, right?
Yeah, of course.
So if you're in a big group, then split up and meet later. I would recommend.
Yeah, and you're gonna have a lot of time. The fair is open from 10 all the way until 7, I think. So that's 9 hours. So you have a lot of time. One important thing to keep in mind is that you should be bringing some cash. Most of the vendors nowadays, and depending on when you're listening to it, this point might not be relevant at all. But as of right now, which we're recording it in 2025, you should bring some cash because not all vendors take credit cards. It has become better over the years, because I remember the first time I went, almost nobody was taking card. But now it's a bit better. So bring some, but not mandatory to have only cash. And a side note that I'm going to talk about later about the auction and the math trade, you're definitely going to need your cash that you already registered for there. So please, people, bring your cash with you.
Cash? What is that?
Cash? No, I'm not going to say that. Yeah, no. The currency, of course, is euro. Of course, it's easy in my mind, but it's not obviously obvious for everyone. Yeah, they use euro in Germany. So for now, at the time of recording, hopefully they will in the future. So, yeah. Do we have anything else to say, or should I dive into the math trade and auction?
Maybe one thing before the math trade, because it's a little bit separate thing.
Hit it.
I want to talk about something. Is the games that are there.
There are games there?
Exactly. Yes.
Ah, okay. I have no idea.
That's why we talked about all the other shit, right?
Okay.
Obviously, everybody is, I think, spending lots of time looking at the top 10 lists and browsing all the previews and everything, and you should definitely do that. It's a big part of the hype, and you can have fun for months doing that. We certainly do. My advice is do that as much as you like. Pick out 4 or 5 titles that you're like, these are I'm definitely getting, or at least going there, checking them out, whatever. But don't spend your whole fare chasing the hotness, which will probably be in the stores anyway.
Yeah.
In a few months. I think some years ago there was a lot more time from Essen to when you could get it in Copenhagen.
Exactly.
Belgium,
where you are.
Where you are. I'm still hyped about getting it
early.
Yeah. But it's, my point is, don't miss out on the unknown. By chasing all the knowns, if that makes sense. Don't be afraid to like stop and say, this looked like a weird little booth. They don't have a big banner, but it might be some independent publisher who made his own little card game, and it might be good.
Yeah.
It might not.
Exactly.
But go in and talk to them and see what they have, and it might be some... I know there are publishers from Brazil and Nigeria and Korea and all over the world, and they don't have the budget of Asmodee or CGE or... So don't just go for the sure bet. Be sure to go in and look at, I would say, air quotes, weird stuff.
Yeah.
And then on that note, if you see that you don't like it, then don't waste your time and their time staying there and listen to it. If you can see that it's not your thing, then politely say thank you, but I'm gonna move on, because it's a waste of your and their time if you're just too polite to say no thank you.
Yeah, I'm really bad at doing that. I'm way too polite. I'm like, yeah, please go on. But yeah, you should do it here. Ulrich is completely right. Your time is valuable. Their time is valuable. So just if it's not something for you,
buy it from
exactly.
Just wasting their time, right?
Yeah. And I will double that, saying that what Ulrich just said is one of my favorite things to do at the fair. When I am calming down from my demos and all my things that I want, I love going to small random booths and trying random small games. One of our favorite games came from one of those booths, Cube Melt. We always keep talking about it. We wouldn't even know it if it wasn't for that. So do it. You never know what you're going to get. And it's pretty hype. Speaking of hype, my most exciting thing every year is the auction / math trade that's happening. If you get familiar, we probably are, with Board Game Geek, every year it hosts a math trade and auction for the fair. They start a few months prior. Usually, math trade starts early August and auction starts late August before the fair. And you can get a lot of games used at a very reasonable price. Also, for the math trade, you can get rid of games that you are not using and you're not playing anymore. Some rules that you should always follow is that if you commit to a trade via the auction or the math trade, please try and be there for it. And the general place for meeting for the auction and the math trade is Hall 8, the only empty hall for this year and probably the years coming after. And it's at 3 o'clock Thursday, Friday, and also Saturday. But Thursday and Friday are like the two prime days that this is going on. If you are paying money to get something and you're paying in cash, please make sure to have the exact amount so that you don't waste anybody's time. And if you're one of the people that is giving their games, please make sure to have your Board Game Geek tag or name. Or also, when talking with other people from the auction and the math trade, please make sure to exchange phone numbers, WhatsApp, Signal, or whatever you have, and you communicate. So in case something goes wrong, you are able to communicate with them. If you're giving away a lot of games, make sure to be standing in one spot, because moving around will not help us locate you. And if you are the one actually acquiring games, then make sure to move around and try and find the people that you are actually looking for. I'm doing a lot of trading. I love it. There's probably going to be a whole video at some point, and we're going to talk about it then, but I'm getting a lot of...
Yeah, Nick is very, very hyped. So hyped that he maybe forgot that somebody doesn't know what a math trade is.
Oh, yes, of course.
I think an auction sort of is self-explanatory, right? But I think you should elaborate on the math concept.
You are absolutely right. A math trade is let's say, what you hear. It's like a trade where you register your games in an algorithm, and then every person does that. You can also register cash or other things that are board game related. Like, for example, I have a cool insert for Terraforming Mars. I can also register it there. Once you register your games there, you are going to go through them like reading through a list, and you're going to select the ones that you are willing to trade for. For example, I see a copy of Twilight Imperium 4th edition. I want that. So you're going to go ahead and click on it to say, okay, now this is one of the things that I'm aiming for. Once everybody has done that, and once everybody has submitted their wants and their offers, then the algorithm, which I personally have no idea how it works. If somebody knows, then feel free to elaborate.
It's going to take over the world in a few years.
Exactly. Then the algorithm does its magic. It runs overnight, and it informs everybody who traded with what. The cool thing is that there is these things called chain trading. For example, let's say I am offering up Flip 7. Let's say that Ulrich is offering up for the Kingdom, for Northwood, sorry, and let's say that Ayub is offering €5. I could want the for the Kingdom from Ulrich, but Ulrich might want the money from Ayub, and Ayub might want my Flip 7. In that case, what the algorithm will do is it will elaborate this trade so that everybody gets what they asked for. That's pretty cool. Most of the math trades I'm doing this year, I'm not getting the thing directly from the person that I get it. So I'm going to give something to one person and receive my game from another person, which of course creates a two-path. So you're going to have to do two trades, but still you're going to have more odds getting what you want, which is pretty interesting. It's my first time officially participating. I've participated in dummy math trades in the past, but I was always too afraid to actually participate. But now that I did it this year, I am so excited to be better next year. You're also participating,
participating also for the first time. Nick
Yeah.
was so hyped about it. I was like, I have all these games. I tried to sell some of them, or some of them were like, I really want to play them again, but they deserve a good home. So maybe Essen is a good place to give them a good home, right?
Definitely.
So yeah, I traded 5 games.
Okay, nice.
The value of them is, you just say I want this game instead of this game, and but that means I have to meet 10 people, right?
Exactly.
So that'll be a bit of a challenge.
Exactly.
But unfortunately, like Nick said, everybody will mostly be there at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
One thing that I would like to say though is that obviously this is trades going on between people. BGG is facilitating the exchange of information, but it's a trade between me and some other people, right?
Mm-hmm.
By the nature of this, things can happen. People can get sick. People can cheat. People can do all sorts of weird stuff. Most people won't, but you should know that there's no insurance or guarantee
Exactly.
here. So you could end up with a bad trade.
Exactly.
Most people won't.
Exactly.
And on that note, I didn't have a bad experience, but one of the games that I was supposed to receive, for reasons I don't know, the person will not be going to Essen. I'm thinking she doesn't have malicious intentions. Just something happened, she couldn't come or whatever. Before I even saw the message, somebody else reached out. You can get this game instead, or I can go and buy the game you actually wanted from this guy and give it to you. I was like, okay.
There we go.
Like I said, I was actually, of course I would be sad, but I'm okay with this is something that could have happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
That I could have not gotten a game or something. I would obviously still give the game that I'm giving to someone else because, but somebody in the math trade, I don't know if it was an organizer or if it was just some trader like me who just said, I can
help. Yeah.
So I'm getting the game that I wanted, even though the person's not coming, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, that's nice. 3 trades from me in the math trade. All went smoothly so far. And auction, I mean, I need a whole episode to tell you how many games I got off the auction. Let's say around 25 and 30 and leave it at that and don't talk about it anymore. But yeah, what else are we excited for? What else do we want to talk about for Essen?
I want to talk about famous people.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So the board game nerds will... No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
This is a little bit of a note to myself because I could feel when I got home last time, I was like, maybe I should have gone and talked to that guy. Because, board games is like a niche thing, right? So when I say famous, it's like in air quotes, right? Because if you're a famous board game content creator, you're not blowing up YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So my only advice is if you see either a designer or some content creator, maybe they have a booth, maybe they're just walking around with a shirt on them. If you're like me, you're like, he probably doesn't want to talk to me, or that'll be annoying for him or something. But if they're there with a t-shirt saying Dice Tower or whatever, they're probably there working for that content, right?
Yeah.
So, this might be odd, but just don't be afraid to go up to people. They're probably just as big as nerd as you are. So
exactly.
And they're there to talk about what they're doing. And on that note, if you don't know, there is a something called a meet and play with all different content creators from all over the world. I don't know what the criteria is for being there, but there is a hall like a little bit off the trade halls called Saal Europa. It's on Saturday from 2 to 6 p.m. It's called Meet and Play. Just search for that, and I'll tell you. It's basically for us where many popular and less known podcasts and YouTube channels and people are there, and you can meet them, maybe play a game, or maybe just chit chat. Or if you have questions about technical equipment, I'm sure I will probably be asking some of those questions.
For sure.
So go there and appreciate the people who make all the content that we all watch. Everybody probably watched at least top 10 videos, right?
Yes.
So go to the people and say, when you said that game, I never heard about it. I'm so happy I heard it from you, or something like that, right?
For sure.
People will be happy to hear that.
I definitely have a few people I want to meet in mind and thank for introducing me to games that other people haven't talked about. And I remember that last year, one of my favorite moments was actually meeting the designer of Nations, Rustin Hackinson, which was very cool. We were just setting up Nations, and then another friend of Ayub's was like, "Do you know the designer is just sitting there?" I'm like,
Yeah, that
what?
was in the hotel, right?
Yeah,
That wasn't
in the
even at the
hotel.
fair.
Yeah, exactly. That was one of my craziest moments. We even have a picture with him on Instagram. So yeah, go and quote unquote meet your idols.
Yeah.
They're pretty down to earth people. Oh, I want to say all, but I'm gonna say most of them. So
In other branches of life, you say don't meet your heroes, right?
exactly,
Because they might be assholes.
exactly.
I haven't had that experience yet.
Yes, here we're all just big nerds that love to play games, and this place is where everybody is gathering. So don't be afraid. Yeah. Yes, I am going to talk about one of the things that I had no idea was happening. Okay. One of the things I had no idea was happening, and I found out last year, but I didn't have the time to do it, and I'm going to do it this year. I don't know the exact name of it, but it's an exchange of snacks from all over the world. It's happening in Hall 8, 2 o'clock, so right before the MAF trade and auction. So a great place to restore your energy. For me personally, I'm going to be walking around a lot. And the main concept is there is this huge table being set up, and everybody brings a snack from their country. A lot of people bring sweet snacks, so if you want to bring salted snacks, I read that is very, very appreciated because there's so many sweets every year, and you just put them on the table and then you exchange. And a lot of people are actually hyped about it because they want to try snacks from various countries and places of the world. And then there's even a post on BGG where you can actually request, "Oh, you're coming from there, can you please bring that? Oh, I'm gonna bring that. I'm gonna bring that." Which is very cool. There's definitely going to be some Greek delicacies on my part there, so come have a bite. And
But you're coming from Denmark.
I'm coming from Denmark, but I am from Greece. Yes, I'm not going to bring licorice, man. Sorry, Danish people, I hate it.
Well, then my car snacks are safe.
Exactly. Yeah, I can't with licorice. I don't know why. I just can't. I can't.
No, I know it's weird.
Yeah.
I have never heard about that, so thanks for that info, Nick.
Of course.
I don't think I have any particular points to mention.
I have one more thing that I definitely want to mention for Essen is that although it is a board game convention, there is a lot of other things that you can do and see. So I'm going to talk a little bit about those, emphasizing on the one I'm more interested about. So as you might have already know, people and companies from all over the world are coming. There is going to be a huge, let's say, creative corner. There's going to be a lot of cosplaying that's happening. There is a lot of art happening, a lot of painting of miniatures happening. They're mainly happening, I think, near Hall 2 as of right now. You never know when. And speaking of Hall 2, Hall 1 is a hall that's dedicated to card games. So card games are like a sub-branch of board games. And in Hall 1, it's crazy. If you're a card game lover, there's tournaments, there's free promos, there's demos, there's everything you can even imagine. There are vendors. There's this vendor called 341 Trading where they have like a huge collection of all the card games, and you can actually go and sell/trade your collection. So if there's something that you're willing to do, that's, I think, a great place to do it. All the newest card games are there for this year specifically that we're talking 2025. Riftbound is the newest one. It's the League of Legends card game. It's the first time appearing in English around Europe, so I'm extremely excited about it. If it's something you're interested in, though, I would say be there early Thursday or Friday or Saturday because they are restocking every day, but there's the stocks last for a very, very, very limited time. So I think I'm going to head there Friday morning first thing because, of course, Thursday I got to get my board games in, you know. So, yeah. Finally, I want to say that if you are your own, let's say, designer bringing a prototype to the fair, maybe that's not the best place to go and talk to other people there about it. So, for example, what I'm saying, oh, you're looking at me weird. If you go ahead and start talking to people at their booths about your design, maybe it's not the best idea to do so because they're going to be extremely busy with actually doing what they want. There is the place that Ulrich mentioned, meet and greet, meet and play, that you can do that. And also after the fair, there are a lot of places like bars around town and hotels where people are gathering and playing. Maybe it's a good idea to maybe suggest bringing it out there if you want to play test it with some people.
Yeah, I can elaborate on that a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not bringing prototypes myself, but I know lots of people from Copenhagen who are.
Yeah.
and none of them are cold canvassing a booth, just walking up and saying, "Oh, I have this game." If you want to promote your prototype, which lots and lots of people do, and lots of people get contracts there, you have to have a meeting in advance, right? You have to contact the publisher, saying, "I have these prototypes. Can we have a meeting?" And they have a million meetings, so you should be real. It's a whole different episode on how you do that. But you will get probably like 5 minutes to convince this guy that he should pick your board game between the 200 board game prototypes he will see this weekend, right? So it is a good place to show your prototype, but just not in a random fashion.
You must be preferred in advance. You must have contacted them and have your appointment set.
I don't know of any place in the fair that is sort of set up for like just, "Oh, come and see my prototype thing." I don't think they have.
Is there? I don't think there is.
I said I don't think.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
I just want to say it's not a bad place to show your prototype. You just have to
be prepared.
You have to do it in advance. Do all the work in advance, right?
Exactly. I think that pretty much covers what we had to say.
Anything more? But of course, you just reminded me of something.
Of course,
that I wanted to say, which is something I also regretted not doing last year. I said I wanted to see all the stuff that I didn't know I wanted. This year, I think I'm gonna buy more gifts than I'm gonna buy games for myself.
Oh, thank you, Ulrich.
Because whenever I go to a birthday or a Christmas or something, personally, I hate buying gifts off people's wish list, and I hate giving wish lists because I might as well just buy it myself. I want to get a present from somebody who made a choice to buy this present for me specifically, right? So when I'm going there, I'm always thinking about, people I know who are not nerdy board gamers, but like they're really into birds, so I might buy Wingspan for them, right? Maybe not Wingspan this year, but so I'm planning to stock up on gifts for like the next year, maybe for small games or puzzles, or there's some cool art stuff there as well.
That's very thoughtful. Nice.
That was just a small little.
Nice, yeah, and definitely Essen is the great place to buy gifts. There is everything, even from what you mentioned, games for small kids. There's like a whole booth of kinder games, kids games, and then there's also all these accessories. There's even this small, maybe that's too nerdy. No, it's okay. There's this small hall which is full of anime stuff. There's like posters and mouse buttons. I'm also hyped to visit that as well. So yeah, you can probably find everything.
Yeah, something that you can't go to the local toy store and buy, right?
Exactly.
That's what I mean about getting stuff that you can't just...
Exactly. And keep in mind, there are vendors from all over the world. So you're going to find this old Korean lady who handcrafts.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
I'm so hyped about this. You cannot go and exchange that gift, but why would you? Somebody made the effort to think about it, and this is probably good for this person, right?
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So we hope we see you there this year and probably every year after. I am Thursday and Friday always at the Muff Trade spot, so you can definitely catch us there. This year specifically, we're going to be hanging around the Portal booth a little bit with our friend Jasper, so you can always catch us there at some point for sure. And also at the, I always forget the name, Meet and Greet?
Meet and Play.
Yep. We will also probably swing by that for the duration.
And we will probably be pretty easy to recognize.
Yes. No spoilers on the how, but you will recognize us. All right, my friends, as always, end of every episode, we would like to fly. That means we will do our 5 on the fly, where each of us gives the other person 5 random games from the ones they've played, and they rank them without knowing what's coming next.
Oh, that sounds hard.
All right, let's start. I will shoot you first. Are you ready? Metaphorically, of course, always.
I am as ready as I will be.
All right, we are very much alive, but I'm afraid that The Captain is Dead is your first game. A game I haven't played and I know nothing about.
Captain's Dead is a co-op chaos game. It is... I was about to say real time, but it's not. It feels like it's real time. That's everything is going wrong. You're waking up on a spaceship. The engines are dying.
The captain is dead.
Captain is dead. There's aliens coming, and you're moving around the ship with these not mini figures, but yeah, it's chaos. It's a war of attrition. It's probably gonna go bad. It's pretty fun. I put it up for the math trade, so nobody wanted it. I'm gonna put it smack in the middle and say 3.
Okay. The next game I think I always wanted to try from ever since I heard it exists, but I haven't. It's called Western Legends Showdown. Do you have it? I think I've seen it in your house, right? Or no?
It's like a button shy game. It's similar to Smash Up, if people know that, in the terms that there are like these bases
Locations,
that you fight
yeah.
for,
Mm-hmm.
and you basically just play. It looks like a normal deck of cards, like a 5 of diamonds, but then they have like a small text on them. So, and I think the bases then say, you each keep playing cards, and when somebody has a majority of 3 or more cards, they win the base, and it's cool.
Sounds interesting.
I bought it last year at Essen. It was one of these things where I'm like, small little wallet game, €3, €5, whatever, 7. I don't know. It was fine.
How fine? 1, 2, 4, or 5 fine?
5.
5 fine. Okay,
I don't know. I've only played it once, I think.
Okay. What about Century Spice Road?
That is a good game. That is a very good gateway game for teaching engine building. It's been a long time since I've played it. I've played it in the original version, not the Golem thing, where you actually do spice and camels and stuff. I'm gonna say 2.
All right. 1 and 4. You learned. All right. Let's see.
Maybe not.
Yeah. The next game, I think it's a solo game. Maybe not. I haven't played it. Sprolopolis.
It's a button shy game. This is actually a button shy game.
Yeah.
It is solo only, / co-op, but it's a solo only. It's basically a tile layer where you overlap your cards.
Ah, yes. I've seen
so each card has 4 sections of the city, and you have to overlap a little bit. It's good. It's a 4.
Oh.
So hit me with my best game ever.
Well, I've played it. But who am I to judge?
He doesn't look happy.
Yeah. Yeah, but we have different tastes. And that game is Takenoko.
Okay. Again, similar audience as Century Spice Road. This is a little bit more Euro with a little bit more of a board, and you're moving around, feeding your pandas. Yeah, it's not the best game in this set, but it's where it ended up. Funny note, when the Copenhagen Zoo got some pandas from the Chinese government or something, this game sold out immediately everywhere.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
Crazy.
People are that easily impressionable.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah. It's a fun game. Yeah. All right. So Ulrich had Takenoko, Century Spice Road, The Captain is Dead, Sprolopolis, and Western Legends Showdown.
Very, very light list.
Yeah. Surprising. Let's see what do I get. Hopefully not so light.
Oh, right. Now I have to say something. First one is something I know nothing about.
Oh.
So I will just say the name. It's called Blind Business.
Oh, I wish I knew something about it. So last year at Essen, we were with our friend Cenk, who's also coming this year, and he got a bunch of random small games, and this was one of them, and now I'm stalling just to remember which one it is. Okay, I
was a bit, but
yeah, I really don't remember much. And if I don't remember much, and I'm reading Bluffing, Card Game, and Negotiation on the side, I'm gonna put it on 5.
I should already put it on 5 for you. Next one, I've seen the cover. I don't know how it plays.
Okay.
It's called Tales of Alsoposo, Hare and Tortoise.
Yeah, Tale of the Esopos is the name in Greece. So that's actually a pretty cool game. This is kind of like a kid's game. I think I could actually...
It kind of looks like a book, right?
Yeah. There are 3, and there are the 3 different tales. I have the one with the turtle and the rabbit, and it's essentially a racing game between 5 animals. All you do on your turn is play animal cards, and that animal runs. Every animal runs with a different pace and a different method, and you have a hidden animal that you are supporting. That's pretty much the gist of it. I really enjoyed. For what it is, I think it's pretty cool. Still, it's a kid's game. It's a racing game, so that cannot put it very high for me, but I'm going to put it on 3.
Next one, I think I have played.
Let's go.
It's an abstract.
Quattro. Oh my God. Quattro will go in quattro position. Yeah, no, I am.
Next one is right behind you, actually.
Oh, it's Evolution. Ludwig.
It's Transmissions.
Oh, sure. Transmissions, I think I've told this story before, is the first ever Kickstarter that I backed. It is a pretty cool game. Have we played it? I don't know. No. So there are these 4 robots moving around the tableau, and everybody's controlling all of them. And it's a pretty decent engine building game. You build your engine, you build your robots, you put upgrades on them, so they become stronger for you.
Like a rondelle thing.
Yes,
around it.
exactly,
Yes.
exactly.
I haven't played it, but I've seen it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I don't want to risk my number 1 spot being something bad, so I'm going to put it on number 1.
Okay. Well,
Let's see my number 2.
judging by the name, it's not a number 1, but I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know the game. It's called Crash Octopus. Doesn't sound like number 1, right?
Oh, if Ayub was here. No, it's not number 1. It's a dexterity game.
Okay.
So by definition, it can be number 1 for me. But I will say, from all the dexterity games that Ayub has put me through, I think this is one of the better ones, if not the best one. So it's pretty cool. There is this ring around, and you are flicking objects and trying to hit the ships, and there's these tentacles. It's for a dexterity game. It's pretty cool, I will say.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So, your list was number 1, Transmissions. Number 2, Crash Octopus. Then we have Tales of El Soposo, Hare and Tortoise. I can't say that word.
Yeah,
Nick is laughing at me. Quattro is 4, and Blind Business.
Okay. I think it's a pretty good. Maybe 2 and 3 should be switched, but everything else looks pretty correct. Okay, we did it. Another episode is down. We hope to see you at Essen, and if you see us, come say hi. We are very much happy to talk with you. You can find us on Patreon for extra bonus episodes. You can find us on Instagram to see snapshots of our game nights, and you can find us on Blue Sky for our latest news. Of course, you can also find us on YouTube now. I should be saying that. Yes, our latest video was a top 10 Essen list, and we have some other videos coming out for you very soon. I'm not going to talk about what they are, but you will see them. Once again, thank you all so much for listening. This was Nick.
This is Ulrich.
We'll see you in the next one. Bye.